Hey, everybody, welcome to the podcast. I'm Scott. I'm accompanied
I'm
by,
Derian.
see, there he was. Um, we're the Boswell boys, and we're just going to sit here and bullshit for a while. You know, it's one of those things we're going to talk about what pops up and what we may be interested in. Some things you maybe are interested in, maybe not. If in the future you want to hear a specific topic, just ask. You know, we'll try to roll it in. So
If we're not good at it, we will educate ourselves enough to talk about it. So,
yeah, or we'll bullshit our way through it.
I'm good at bullshit.
So how's so it's Thursday, October 24th,
Fourth.
4th, Thursday, October 24th. A cold start to our morning here in Indianapolis. Dude,
Yeah,
it was frigid when I took the dog out this morning.
I think when I asked Bertha, who I call the Amazon Dot, because I don't want her waking up, I believe she said this morning, like at 7:30, it was like 39 degrees.
I looked about that time between 7 and 7:30. I think it was about the same down here. So we live on opposite sides of town. Well, not really. We're about 25 minutes away from each other, so it's not going to fluctuate too much. But we had to get out early. We had to get over to the new gym. They had an open house today. Crunch, shout out to Crunch Fitness in Greenwood, Indiana. They open next Thursday, actually, 5 a.m. Today is an open house, pre-sale, all that kind of stuff. Got great deals. Um, Go by and check them out if anybody's interested and local. Sorry, just got a text message on my. I, I use guys. If you see me looking at my watch, it's not that I really need to know what time it is, but I use my phone as my camera because it's a 4K camera. So I'm checking my text messages. Sorry.
Nah, he's over there like, get me off of this camera.
Well, dude, depending, I'll tell you, if we would have did this any time over the last 2 weeks, Alex was sick. He was coughing like a beast. He still coughs, not bad, but he's still there. I have the cough now.
Ew.
So I've been hacking for a week. I mean, I feel fine. Well, I mean, I was kind of under the weather early on, but now I feel better.
Well,
Um,
good.
Deanna, she has the cough. Luckily, Monkey's the only one that hasn't. She hasn't got hit yet, and let's hopefully she doesn't, because she doesn't need to miss more school because she got sick. She had a couple weeks that she was sick off and on, so can't have that happen. So, how did your errands go? You get everything turned into who you need to get it turned into? Darian?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, I was like, you froze
Yeah,
for.
you went away.
You froze.
Oh,
Yeah, you completely froze for a second. So, not
and
being
I'm
in the same
hardwired,
location,
so
guys, you're not hardwired?
I am.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, us being in two separate locations, we're doing this over Discord, so we're relying on a third party app to make sure video and audio transfers. There's going to be glitches. We're not perfect. We're not in a studio with thousands of dollars of recordings and mixing, but it's going to be decent. If you're looking for something that's high quality and radio ready, it's called a radio. We're not radio. It'd be cool if we were, but we're not. So, but I asked, did you get everything done this morning too? Did you get all your stuffs?
Yeah,
Okay,
I got all the stuff I needed to do done
good,
today.
good.
So,
Yeah, we're up early again running errands tomorrow, so my days off for early mornings both days, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind. I'm always up early anyway. But
same.
so one thing that I'm thinking about for the next 3-4 months is basically on the Instagram, maybe Instagram, probably not YouTube, maybe shorts, and then maybe some TikToks, is documenting. I'm going to go on a peptide regimen. And I think documenting that and showing people how I progress on it will help educate some folks that don't know anything about them. I've had to do a lot of research on peptides. So I'm going to do ipamorelin and CJC 1295, which is an injectable. And I mean, it's a human growth hormone that basically helps the pituitary gland rejuvenate itself to a younger state.
Okay.
So throughout life, I'm 50. So I have 50% of my growth hormone.
Spring chicken.
Yeah. I have 50% of my growth hormone. You're down 30%. So you're only working at 70%.
Mhm.
So this is going to reactivate and help the process. Plus, it also attacks the visceral fat, which is the fat around the organs, which can only be healthy. Get rid of fat around your organs. So I think I'm gonna use this as a when we do a podcast, talk about side effects, things like that may have occurred, some gains, some good stuff, some bad stuff, and then real TikTok and short it throughout the time. What do you think? You think people that may interest some people?
Yeah, for the most part, at least that I can tell. I know games for sure. Um, I don't know very much about like the whole cooking part. That might not be something that they can just go to Pinterest or TikTok for. There isn't really anything that we could do here that they're not already getting.
We
Um,
may be able to come up with something good with alternatives for somebody likes I mean, let's say you're a fiend for chicken nuggets. Let's say you are a fiend for chicken McNuggets from McDonald's. I'm saying it. I know you're not, but let's say you were. You were a listener and you were a fiend for chicken McNuggets.
mhm,
There is a healthy alternative to that can be done in the kitchen with ground chicken, cheese, and an egg. You blend it together, you make your nugget, you spray it, stick it in an air fryer or the oven, and when they come out, they're the same consistency and flavor of a chicken nugget. A
there
chicken
you go.
nugget is not chicken, y'all. I mean, it is, but it's not a part of the chicken. It's a blended part of the chicken. It's what they may have left over from breast meat or thigh meat or leg meat or whatever. Once they're done, excuse me, done processing it, and then they throw the shit
Well,
into it to make it unhealthy.
I
This would
mean,
be a high protein healthy.
unless you're taught like every other millennial was through the movie Super Size Me when it came to how chicken nuggets from McDonald's are made. It's just a saggy leftover part of chicken boobs.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not even going to talk about hot dog. Why is my beard look? I keep pulling it the wrong way. I'm just trying to fix it a little bit. Um,
Remember, inverted camera.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like you got to realize it's also like you're dealing with, nobody wants. People love hot dogs. They just don't want to know how they're made.
No,
People love like bologna. Don't want to know how it's made.
nope.
Nobody ever wants to know how old fashioned loaf is made. That shit is disgusting when you watch how it's made. Ooh, never mind. Blech.
Yeah, no.
Oh man, that shit
Save
is
everyone.
you know. And everybody's like, well, what about spam? Shit, spam is delicious.
Don't want to know how it's made.
Oh, I don't want to have made. I don't. I don't want to know how something is made that was given to the army in 1940, found in a bunker in Hawaii, opened up, cooked, and it tasted the same as a brand new can. They say what Twinkies and roaches will be the only thing that will survive a nuclear holocaust. Nope, spam.
Well, it was already proven that Twinkies can't, but
Yeah, well,
they
cockroaches and
just don't
spam.
have. They just have like a 20-year shelf life
It,
is what it is.
well, they used to. Now the new ones, I don't know if they do or not.
Mm.
I mean, they changed the recipe when they stopped making them, so I don't know because now they're not made by technically made by Hostess anymore. Hostess got bought out by some other fucking company.
They just keep the name just because that's what everyone knows,
Well, I mean, they bought the name, so why not keep it?
right?
So I don't know. I was just thinking, we don't have to do. I mean, there's sometimes we're gonna try something like one of your chilies. You may want to throw a recipe out
Oh,
because it's
I can
just
go get that
fire,
chili book really quick.
huh?
Let me go get that chili book. I want to show it.
Okay, yeah, I want to see it too.
It's really cool. It has 177 recipes.
Wow,
It was made. It was built by Brian, the guy from the office.
chili cookbook, seriously good chili cookbook.
They weren't kidding when it was seriously good.
What?
I had the break. Of course, I did it a little differently, only because of I with me being toothless when it comes to eating. Um, how something is cooked might have to be different for me. So I had to go ahead and cook the ribs prior to everything. I don't remember what page it was on. Oh, there it is. Here we go.
Ooh, that looks delicious. I'm making chili
Oh,
tonight.
it lasted us 2
Oh
days.
shit! I gotta take meat out of the freezer. Fuck.
It's okay, I can talk.
Uh, no, I'll get it when we're done. Nope,
Eh,
I gotta take
You
it
don't
out.
have no time.
I gotta take it. Actually, don't talk. If you don't talk, the dead silence will come out. No, actually, talk about chili. Let me go take this meat out.
All right. So at least the chili that I made had short ribs in it. I had to readjust myself, and chorizo. And I pre-cooked the chorizo. Well, I accidentally pre-cooked the chorizo. I didn't have to. But I pre-cooked the ribs just by putting salt and pepper on it, making it in foil packets, throw it in the oven at 275 for a few hours. But it calls for jalapenos, chipotles in adobo sauce, which is just jalapenos and adobo sauce for who knows how long. And the way that this recipe is made is by putting it on the stove. So I'm pretty sure if you pretty much replicate the boiling process in a slow cooker, then it should come out the same way. Things might be more tender or maybe not as tender, but it should work the same way. It does call for Mexican oregano, which, if you don't have that, they say to use cilantro for a substitute. Of course, when I made it, I decided to completely forget that I had cilantro. Oops.
How is oregano and cilantro even a close flavor palette? I mean, how is
It's
it close?
Mexican oregano.
I don't guess I've never had Mexican oregano, so I'm
I
assuming it's
haven't
a
either. So when I was looking it up, it has a lot of citrus flavors in it compared to an Italian oregano.
okay. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I'm guessing that they tried planting oregano, it cross pollinated with cilantro, and boom, Mexican oregano. That's the
Interesting.
only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and I mean, it's pretty fucking interesting.
And it was very good.
Good. Yeah. So also, you just said something about. So are you still having major issues trying to?
Oh,
Uh,
with the dentures?
yeah.
So because the first when I ooh, I didn't know that was there. Cool.
Fucking squirrel.
There's a map uh of where the cook-off locations are for
Oh.
chili.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I didn't know that was. I mean, I'm not participating, but it's cool to know. Anywho, when I first got them, they scraped the inside of my bottom jaw
Uh huh.
on my gums. Because of that, my gum swelled enough where I couldn't wear them. And if I tried putting them in, even after they were adjusted perfectly, it was still problematic. So for like a whole week and a half, I couldn't do that whole leave them in your mouth. It's going to be sore type thing.
Okay.
So I'm starting late on that, trying to callus my gums a bit. The top one's just fine. Like there's no problem with the top at all, outside of the fact the suction part um, wasn't as strong as they hoped. So I do have to use adhesive for it. And after they adjust to the bottom, I have to use adhesive for it as well. But the only issue with it is the cleanup at the end. Um, but
So when do you get your implants to snap them?
that won't be until a minimum of 6 months. No dentist will work on it until then.
So you're talking first of the year, February.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm probably going to wait a little longer to do that because with me not having being able to use them so far this month, really,
You're,
outside of just putting them in, I don't have any practice on in them with them besides talking.
so yeah, so you really are, you know, another month behind the eight ball. So if you actually started when you could put them in, let's say November, you're looking fucking April minimal.
Probably.
Well,
I'm supposed to be going in for it was what beginning of October is when I got them,
uh huh.
so I'll be looking in at April anyway before they see me again.
Well, that's true. I forgot it was
Unless
October.
there's
I forgot it
any,
was
yeah,
October. I forgot it
it
was.
was a week before my birthday, a week and a half before my birthday.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot that. I forgot. Yeah, his birthday was last Tuesday.
Hmm.
So I already told you, but from all our listeners, happy belated birthday.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, because they're leaving comments.
That's cool.
They're leaving comments in our podcast, probably as they're listening right now. They're just tapping away. Happy birthday. You know they
Nice.
will,
Thank
because
you.
our people are fucking great. We got a lot of
You
demented
people.
family. What's that? Ooh, people. Yeah.
You people.
Ooh, bad subject. No. Fuck. I just went squirrel. I had no fucking. I just had a fucking.
Happy birthday is where you left off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep getting this fucking notification at the bottom of my screen from Skype. This bitch has to stop. It's annoying as shit. It keeps popping up in my playback. I'm just hoping it doesn't pop up in the it should, but my luck it will. Also, before I forget, once we're done today, we need to stay on the call because I got to talk to you about Spotify. I can't for the life of me remember the login and shit so we can get it uploaded. And I'm going to do that today.
Okay.
Yeah, cuz I'm going to run it through the editor and then try to get it up so our listeners can know, and then we'll share it out so people can come by and laugh at us.
I,
I really okay. I really like what I'm seeing. I really like the lighting in your
you do.
background. I do. I think it's very nice. It's subtle, and I like subtle.
I have a thing for lights, like outside. I'll have to do a little video or something, put on TikTok for everyone. Um, I have curtain lights outside.
Okay.
Well, okay, to give you the layout, I have my porch on the first floor, so I can just walk out. But on my porch, and then up above us is obviously the second floor. But a little further out, we have like a little, like a roof thingy.
Like an
I don't
awning?
know exactly what to, yeah, like an awning.
Okay.
That comes out a little further. I have curtain lights pinned around that, so when I have them down, they're just all out in front of the porch.
Oh, nice.
It has just enough light to keep us separated from everyone, but not to keep us hidden, if that
Okay.
makes
I
sense.
get yeah, I
Like
do.
we can still see
It,
even
it's
at night.
it gives you some
Ambiance.
there we go. Good word.
Thank you. And the way that I have it is with the awning. There's these pole things that are slanted down to keep it up for
Right.
support. I have these ties on it, so I actually pull the curtain lights to the sides like they're actual drapes.
Nice. Well, that and you don't have to worry about the
So
wind
cool.
snagging them too when they if you get a
Exactly.
gust. Because you're on
Exactly.
the
We are on the east side of the building,
so
but we have
you're
another
on that
building,
back side of the building, but you have a building so most of the wind's going to come from the other side unless it circles.
and it actually is surprising. Our porch doesn't receive that much wind.
No, because
Like
wind normally
everything
comes
out
from the
about
west.
out well, no, everything out in front of me is blowing like crazy. We maybe have maybe 10% of that wind where we sit.
Wow. Well, that's nice though.
Yeah,
You
it's
could
great.
enjoy the wind without getting blown to death.
Exactly. I do have one problem with it though, and that's during the day. Uh, it looks like during the fall and winter axis, um, where the sun is positioned from like 8:30 until 1, it's just straight sunlight. It, it's
Well,
it's just straight sunlight, so I can't even go out there until the afternoon, really,
that
unless
kind
I
of
go out there before the sun comes up.
that kind of
But I do
sucks.
have an idea to avoid it. I'm going to put uh, bed top sheets, probably white or where somewhere in the monotone area, and do the same thing that I did with the lights. So that way, when the sun is too strong, I can pull down the top sheets. I still have light inside, but I don't have it in my face.
Okay, that's nice.
And I'm gonna put it behind the curtain lights, so that way at night, if I do have them down to keep us separated from everyone, everyone outside can still appreciate the lights.
Okay. Okay, I can feel that. I can see
I have
that.
a thing for hangout areas, so I have the same thing I have on my ceiling out in the living room too. I had it set up on the wall where it was going around everything, but since we had to rearrange with the new couch we had to take it down.
Gotcha. You know what would be cool with does yours have you seen the one where they do the neon that it has the different sections that flash and they put like the cotton up like clouds and it looks like a fucking lightning storm?
Um,
Have you
that's
seen that?
very similar. That's actually that's most likely a version, not a version, a knockoff version of these lights because these are the real twinkly lights that even the Christmas tree will do what we do tell it to do.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Um, and then I can, if I wanted to, I could go and put cotton around it and then have it do whatever I want. So even with the flowing rainbow that I have going right now, it'll still show the same way like it would with those thunderstorm videos.
Oh, very cool. Well,
Hmm
I was
I'm
thinking
just too lazy to get up there and do it.
I've thought about buying some of the Alexa lights, not
Hmm
the strands, the strips, but doing just the smart bulbs.
I have Alexa change bedroom to red.
I
I
like
have
that.
them.
You know what? Leave that
I can
on.
tell her different intensity. Well, no, because it doesn't. Because then you don't get very much of. Oh, I guess it wouldn't matter. It'd be black back there anyway.
But it's contrast. It looks good to
Let's
me.
do.
Unless you
Alexa,
don't like
change
it.
bedroom to blue.
That's too
No, that
much.
ruins it.
That's too much.
Alexa,
Green.
change bedroom to green. Oh, shut up. Yes, you do. Don't tell me you don't support it. I'll do it on my phone. She wants to be difficult.
Yeah, maybe green.
Okay, I can
I
try that.
like the red myself. It's just that contrast behind you. It looks good because me. I just have a white wall. I don't have any contrast right now. I didn't
Right.
last year. How much do the smart bulbs cost? They're not that bad. I used to have one. Remember?
Yeah.
See, that's nice.
Oh, it turned on the second one. The second one has been working very well recently. Cool. So it's blue in the back. We can have green right there.
And why don't you change the overheads to red? Now change your overhead to red.
Yep. Alexa, change ceiling to red.
Oh yeah, that's it. Look at that. That's
Magic.
badass. That looks good. That looks
I
real
might
good.
switch where I might switch which ones those are in into the darker shades, so that way the light isn't just boom. You can just see what light it's casting.
No, but it's nice. I like that. That's really good. But I have one, two, three. I have three out here, one in our bedroom, and one in each of the kids' bedroom, and one Alexa in the kitchen.
I have quite a few. I have one. I'm sorry. I have three in our kitchen lights. That's above our island bar thingy that we have.
Uh huh.
We have three hanging down lights, and I have one in each of them. And I have two in one of those lamps that you can get from Walmart. It has the stand up one, and then one that comes out to the side a little bit.
Uh huh.
I have one in each of those. I have I have five in this one, but I don't use three of them because there's no need for it. I'm not doing anything special. So I have two that I use in the weird spider lamp that we have in the bedroom, and then in outside on for our porch light, I have one as well.
So, so these connect through an app on your phone onto your network, right?
Yes. So if you get a Dot or an Echo or
We
anything,
have an Alexa. We have
yeah,
one.
you'll get the app that has anyway. You need it to do anything for her that's not just talking to her.
Okay.
It's I think it's just called Amazon Alexa. It's nothing special.
And it connects
Um,
just directly to her. And we gotta plug her in. We have to connect her to our account because it was given to us,
mhm.
and Deanna's mom bought it for us, and she
Okay.
went ahead and set it up so when we got it, boom, we could get right into it, which was nice.
Except it's on her account.
It's on her account, and we can't play playlists and shit like that because it doesn't go with our account.
Yeah. It's annoying for something like that. It kind of stings that you can't just, you know, have her ready.
Yeah.
Like you can just get her ready so that way, if you're doing it for a gift like what she did, oh, I see the lights in the back. Look over there.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool. I never noticed that.
I
That's
mean,
awesome.
that is just a real. And dude, if you ever got into streaming again,
Mhm.
that right there's your color palette. That is a badass looking color palette.
I probably would change the blue to the outside and change the middle to purple, but yeah.
Well, if you so what
I
I'm
don't
looking
I'm
at,
not that big of a green fan. Green and orange are my least favorite colors, so I probably would avoid those. But yeah, I agree.
what I see, I see a red, and it's how it's set up on OBS. I think I see a red transitioning to a. It almost looks like a rainbow to me.
Almost.
Almost. Sit very close. Very close.
Like,
And guys, the funny thing is if you're listening to this, you're going to be able to see this on YouTube. You'll be able to come and see what we're talking about. And also with Spotify, we're going to upload the video to Spotify. So while you're listening, you should be able to watch the video as well. So it's exciting. It's exciting. And the thing is we've talked.
oh, no,
I was like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
it's too strong.
We've talked about how to do this in a format, and structure's great, but our best interactions is when we just bullshit. So
Just do it.
that's exactly, and that's kind of why I was like, you know what? Let's just talk. Oh, okay. I'm gonna bounce back to food for a second because Zach hit me up yesterday and said he had just had the Wendy's chicken biscuit for breakfast,
Okay.
and he said his quote, "It made him bust." I'm assuming I know what that means. Actually, that looks good too, right where you're at. I like that. I like that one. I know. I know. Well, I told him add a little honey to it, and you have a Whataburger. Now, so the guys in Texas that are listening to this know what a honey chicken biscuit from Whataburger is.
Mhm.
Those who don't know shit because they're fire. Well, joke was on me. Wendy's put honey on it. So now, having done Whataburgers, I have to go try Wendy's and compare. So the next time we record, I will do a review, an honest side by side comparison. Well, not really, because I can't have a fucking Whataburger product because we don't have them here. But based on my training and experience in eating fast food, I will give an honest opinion between the two.
Oh my. You're not gonna lie.
About food?
Oh please.
Why
Why
would
would
I
we lie
lie
about
about
food?
food? There's no reason to lie about food. If it sucks, it sucks. If it's good, it's good. Dude,
I think out of everything that I look forward to when it's something that I not being at home is eating. I am always ready for new food or food I know is good.
oh, let's go, go travel. My favorite part of traveling is experiencing new food.
Mhm.
I had one of the best subs I've ever had over the 4th of July weekend. In fact, it was on the 4th of July. Was it the 4th of July? I believe it was the 4th of July. Maybe the day before. We went to the beach in Alpena, Michigan. And
Mhm.
Deanna took me to a local pizza joint. They're known for their subs. They're grinders.
Mhm.
Fuck me.
That good.
I've never had a sub that good. I mean, we had 3 kids, her and I. The bill was maybe $70. Had
Doesn't sound
4
bad.
subs. I think I bought 2. Had 4 subs, breadsticks. I think we had a small pizza for the boys, medium pizza for the boys. $70 ish. Can't beat that. And the food was fire. Then we went to a little when we were in Texas, man, Texas just come on. Texas food is just another level. Um when I was in Florida, man, there's a place outside of West Palm Beach in Lantana, Florida, called Well, it used to be there. I don't know if it's there anymore. In fact, Derian, Will you
Mhm.
Google NYPD Pizza, Florida?
That sounds familiar.
Well, I ate it.
Orlando?
No, it'd be
No.
outside West Palm. Like, you told me I'd know it. In fact, I would know the name of the street as soon as you'd say I know it.
NYPD Pizzeria. Ooh.
I'm just curious if it's still
All
there.
right. We got one Apopka. We got one Orlando. Two in Orlando. One in Winter Garden. One in the Villages.
Nope. And it was called NYPD Pizza. That was the
Hmm.
actual name. No pizzeria, just pizza.
Well, pizzeria is what a pizza place is called.
I know, but the
Yeah.
name of the place was
Is
NYPD
NYPD
Pizza.
Pizza correct?
Okay.
They couldn't use that. They couldn't use NYPD Pizza for the website.
Why not?
Because someone else probably already used it.
Probably the guy in West Palm Beach.
Who probably got bought out because they wouldn't be able to do that.
Or turned around and he opened multiple. Who knows? But this place
And
was,
West Palm isn't a location, unfortunately.
yeah, it was outside of West Palm. I would have to ask Justin. He could tell me exactly where it was. But that place was, oh, you talk about good New York style pizza. And the guy was a retired NYPD detective, hence the name. But I mean, Brass Ring down in West Palm, guys. If you're ever in West Palm, Florida, West Palm Beach, north side of West Palm, there's a place called Brass Ring. They have the best, best cheeseburgers I've ever had in my life. Game changing. Their fries, fire. Fire. And it's always packed. I mean, it's always packed. It's that good. But, I mean, I really haven't found that in Indianapolis yet. I mean, I haven't. There used to be those places that you could go to and you just can't find them anymore because those were the mom and pop shops and
Mm-hmm.
they're gone. COVID fucking killed them. And that is sad because we lost so many great restaurants because of the pandemic.
A lot of
A lot of small businesses suffer.
another issue that they had with the whole pandemic thing was that they couldn't get on DoorDash or Uber Eats in time if they even tried.
True. And a lot of these were so mom and pop shops they probably didn't even thinking about going that route because it wasn't something that was in their business model. They were used to
I mean,
people
you'd be
coming.
surprised on how many pizza shops close, and I'm like, you do realize that pizza is known for its delivery. I mean, I get you want a restaurant, but if it's practically illegal to eat at a restaurant anymore, you might want to at least do delivery while you can.
Exactly. And a lot of
That's
those
just a duh thing. Now, how to do it, how long that takes, obviously that's very circumstantial.
and you also have to talk about if you're not using a third party, you have now liability insurance that you have to have because now you have
Hmm.
drivers and you have to worry
Yep.
about getting them there in a certain way at a certain temperature because nobody wants a cold pizza. Nobody wants an overcooked pizza. Hey, is Basbo still open in Broad Ripple?
I think so. I'm going to look.
Because I know they were huge for a while.
Besbo. Yep. Oh, hang on. Yep.
Okay. That's a good
Off of
pizza.
Mass Ave.
So they moved.
Yeah, they moved.
Okay. Basbo's
They
was
have a location in Indianapolis off of Westfield Boulevard and one in Carmel on their main street. But I already knew that. I saw that the other day.
okay. The Westfield one is the one in Broad Ripple I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's inside, it's the road behind 62nd Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
But say I know how far Westfield Boulevard goes north, but I don't know how far into the city it can go.
Westfield basically turns into Kessler.
Oh, okay.
It basically stops. I think it's Meridian Street because it runs diagonal and it cuts off. For a while, you used to couldn't drive straight through, and so you got 62nd Westfield at an angle, and Basbo's was in between it, and you parked off Westfield, just walked across the street. It was right there. Um, they have a good pizza. They have a really good pizza. In Indiana now, they have Lou Malnati's out of Chicago. Lou Malnati's is branching out across the United States. Guys, if you want a fucking deep dish pizza that'll curl your toes, Lou Malnati's is some of the best deep dish. You got that, Giordano's. Gino's East. That's all I gotta say. Not even in, I mean, used to be Gino's and Giordano's, but Lou Malnati's is just next level. It's great. I love how we just roll right back into fucking food.
I know.
I'm such a fucking fat kid.
I'm a fat ass.
Um,
Um.
says the guy who does not have an ass because he lost all his weight in the hospital.
Oh no, I got it back.
Oh, okay, good for you.
I made sure I got it back. I wasn't gonna go the rest of my life without an ass.
All right, well, good for you.
I guess it
I
is
suffer
that's
from the
smart.
disease called noacidol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's had it since he was a child.
Yes. 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 There is a side effect of that called a whole lot of gut.
Oof.
Yeah, which
I've heard about that.
that. So that is one of the reasons the ipamorelin and the CJC 1295 will hit that visceral fat because that is what doesn't leave a guy. That's the last to leave a guy, and that targets that type of fat. So as I'm gaining lean mass, it's going to burn fat, and then that's going to aid in the use of that as energy and burning and minimizing it. So, but pretty excited about that. But I mean, I kind of just I've been eating like shit lately. I mean, I was really good for a while, plateaued. I'm I'm feeling my. I mean, I'm not happy. I made good strides, lost 55 pounds, and then put about 5 6 pounds back on. I got to keep going the other way because I don't want my diabetes to get. I think my diabetes is under control with the amount of weight I lost
Mm.
and the fact that I'm eating better. But I have to get back to eating better. I'm eating better than what I was, but not as good as I should. So,
Right.
but
That's an issue I have is I can't eat healthy when I don't have teeth.
no, I mean it's I can only imagine because the stuff that you're able to eat
I did
is
find out that I can eat like sliced peppers and cucumbers as long as they're not sliced thin.
so thin is no good, thicker is better.
Yes, because if it's thin, I will be looking like this when I eat.
Fair enough.
I can't I can't grind with my mouth.
Okay,
So unfortunately, I'm doing whatever my gums will allow me to do. The closer my gums would have to go together, the less productive I am. I
gotcha.
will starve myself while eating.
I understand that. I understand that.
So
I will tell you something.
that is another problem I had with my dentures, at least at the very beginning, before I realized I couldn't have them in at the time. Was I'm sitting here struggling eating a peanut butter and jelly, trying to just chew it, and that's just making sure I don't bite my tongue. And I was right. I bit my cheek over and over. It was never my tongue.
Well, and you were right. I was wrong. I figured it'd be your tongue before anything.
I mean, I use my tongue while I'm eating all the time, so and I still, I guess, act like I'm chewing the way my tongue moves, I guess. Like it's still doing the motions that it would if I was chewing normally.
Okay. I mean, I get that because I mean, for 30 years you've eaten that way, and your tongue's gonna react the way it needs to react to
Right.
move and help facilitate the process.
Mhm. Now
Um,
it's something that's very easy to smush. My tongue is all over the roof of my mouth.
fair enough. Oh, so there was something I read, and I've heard it repeatedly and saw it again, and your grandma read it. So if it's not like I'm the only person that's fucking seen it.
Okay.
If you let's hypothetically say you have some mashed potatoes.
Uh-huh.
Mashed potatoes are high starch, high carbs. That's going to turn into sugar if you're not doing activity.
Right.
So spike your glucose level, cause your fat cells to go, oh, look, let me grab that. If so, rice, pasta, white potatoes, once they're cooked, you refrigerate them, you cool them, right? It does something chemically to the starch. Becomes a non-resistant starch, I believe is what the term was. So then
I think I heard that too.
when you reheat it, doesn't spike your glucose level. It becomes a healthy starch. So when you say you
That's
can't eat
also saying
healthy,
that's also saying that you still left the majority of the starch in them
true, there is a way to remove that in the cooking process and the prep process.
with the salt. Like if you don't add salt to your water or anything like that, you're not removing any starch whatsoever.
Salt the fuck out of my water.
I do too.
Plus, it
If
just
it's
makes them taste better as they.
I don't. If it's less I have to do in the end because I would rather it be naturally salty in the end as opposed to me adding salt that is not being dispersed
True.
or
Well,
dissolved, which is
on the back
less
end though, is
salty for
then you
you.
can aid that by cooling the stuff. And I've noticed I can eat a bowl of hot rice. Just I'm using it as an example. A bowl of hot
Mhm.
rice, and the next day I feel like shit. Or my glucose goes up and I feel like shit within an hour. I can eat 2 to 3 sushi rolls.
Work
Glucose
life.
glucose doesn't move.
I think it's because it's balanced by everything else.
It's cold rice. It's cold rice.
Oh,
The rice has been chilled. It's gone. It's become a non-resistant starch. So, in that respect, there is. I have experienced that. So, this week I'm meal prepping tomorrow. I'm making my lean hamburger patties. Um, the only real bad thing I'm gonna put gravy in it because reheated hamburger to me tastes bad. I mean, it's not horrible, but just doesn't taste good to me. And I'm gonna layer the bottom of the portion of the. I'm gonna have a portion of mashed potatoes on the bottom. So I'm gonna make like a Salisbury, a very minimal Salisbury steak, right? Those potatoes are gonna be cooled before I reheat them at work. So I'm
yeah.
already starting. Everybody's like, "Well, those are mashed potatoes. You can't lose weight with mashed potatoes."
Yeah, you can.
You can, because
Yeah, you
here's the
can.
thing: when you look at we have bounced all over the place today, guys, and I really like the fact that we're doing this, but and you guys may not, and I'm sorry if you don't, but if you
I
look
have
at the
I have self-diagnosed ADD and ADHD, so
well, it may not be self-diagnosed for long if somebody else points it out with a medical degree. So,
they haven't yet.
it's still early, but if you look at the nutritional macros of rice and white potatoes are healthier, less in caloric, higher in minerals, in all
They're not
reality,
empty.
better tasting.
Yeah,
But if you prep them wrong and if you cook them poorly, they can be unhealthy. You can make homemade
in the
French.
wrap.
You can make a basket. Use 4 French. Now, feel me on this one.
Okay.
You could take 3 large potatoes, russet potatoes, cut them into fries, do the prep, soak them, do whatever, dry them out, spray them, air fry them, get them nice and crispy. French fries, 3 total russet potatoes. That's a lot of French fries. And you can take a large McDonald's French fry, put them side by side. You
Same
have a
amount.
huge fucking portion of French fries, and then your McDonald's large fry.
And it will cost you only maybe $2 or $3 more than a large fry at McDonald's for an entire bag of russets.
And those 3 russets are less calories
Hey,
because you
do in the
air
air
fried
fryer.
them
They're not in
or you
oil.
exactly or you baked them. As long as it's what people don't understand, it's as and I'm talking on personal experience.
Uh-huh.
It's the crunch. It's the fact it's a French fry.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I drink Sprite Zero Sugar with lemon juice in it. I love that flavor. But do you know why I drink it? I drink it because I want the fizz of drinking a soda.
That's like me too. I'm the same way. Like, I will
And
now, don't get me wrong.
I wish Starry made 2-liter zero sugars. So Pepsi, I know you guys are listening. I know we are that big and that important. You were listening to this. I would want to be able to stop drinking Coke products, Sprite Zero Sugar, and drink Starry Zero Sugar out of a 2-liter. Get on board, make the right decision, and get into a market that people want you to be in. Comprende? Entiendo?
No.
Damn. But they don't. They make fucking 20 ounces. I'm not going to spend $12 for a fucking 6-pack when I can pay I don't even like paying fucking $2.75 or $2.90 for a fucking 2-liter. And right now, Meyer has 2 liters for 2 for $5.
Hey.
Meyer's a local, it's a regional, guys. So if you're in the state with our footprint, till Saturday, all 2 liters, 2 for $5.
Well, it'd be
And
great if
Tombstone's
I
pizzas are
could.
3 for $11. That's a
Okay.
steal too.
It'd be great if I wasn't leaving for vacation on Sunday.
But you still stock up on 2 liters and have them when you come back.
True.
Take
Well,
some with you.
we
Save
don't drink
stop.
it fast enough before we'd have to get rid of it.
There's no extra. They don't date out like that.
They'll get flat.
Not if you don't open them.
Fair. But
So
it's
what I'm
soda. Why
saying
wouldn't we
is,
drink it on Saturday?
you buy let's say you buy 5, or let's say you buy 6, spend $30. You take 2 with you,
I wouldn't do that, but yeah.
but you could, because you could stop for ice versus a drink
We're
in a
flying.
cup. Oh well, then you can't do that.
Yeah, we're flying. We're not driving over all the way over there.
What kind of rental car are you guys getting?
He has the info for it. I think it's an SUV, I
Okay.
think.
Well, hopefully it's a
Um
nice one. Who you guys renting
uh
through?
I, he has all that information. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. I was just curious. Who you guys
He's
flying through?
supposed to
Oh, Jesus, excuse me.
airlines?
Who?
Something airlines?
Well, most of them are something airlines.
And I don't know. He has all that information because he paid for it and everything, so
Fair
I
enough.
can't easily access it. So I have the hotel.
Where you staying?
So when we first get there, we're gonna spend 3 days. Uh, well, we're going to Acadia to go hiking.
That's Maine,
Uh,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Sorry for anyone who did not know.
I didn't.
We're
I
going
I
to the
get. I
southern
couldn't. I
part
knew
of
you were going
Maine.
to a couple places. I figured Maine was that because you said something about hiking.
I actually had. Do I have it still pulled up? Or did I close it? I closed it. I thought I had it still pulled up. We're going. We're staying at the Grand Hotel there.
Ooh, sounds
It's
fancy.
bougie.
It's where?
It's bougie.
Of course, it's you.
I know. Why wouldn't I?
Now you
That's the
guys
only
are.
bougie thing we got.
So at Halloween, you're going to be in Salem, though, right?
Yes.
That's fucking badass. I'm sorry.
I have always wanted to be in Salem on Halloween ever since I heard about Salem to begin with.
That would be that's a cool thing. And I've got something else cool to tell you when we're done talking about this. Just remind me.
Okay, I will. I like cool things. Um, Now the only issue is with Halloween being on a I think Wednesday this year.
Thursday.
Okay, if it being on Thursday, um, we won't be able really to participate in any Halloween activities because they're doing it the weekend before.
So this weekend.
Yeah, they're doing it this weekend. Unfortunately, by the time we get in and going down there, it'd already be too late.
But you're going to be
Saturday.
in Salem,
I know.
Massachusetts on Halloween.
We are going to the House of the Seven Gables.
Okay, I was going to say please tell me you're going to find a fucking really cool graveyard to go to.
I'm planning on going to a grave, at least being by a graveyard at night. If you
Perfect.
can't get in, that is. I'm pretty sure one of the historical graveyards,
We'll
like the
probably
ones
be
that
they'll
were,
probably be open.
well, at least the historical graveyards that took part in the Salem witch trials might be open just for some scary effects. That's the only thing I can think of. Um, the other actual uh, funeral funerals, wow, cemeteries, um, may be closed, like big family ones.
No, I get that. Yeah. I mean,
Um,
maybe the public ones should be open, but not the private ones.
right. The House of Seven Gables though is going to be really cool because that's the house that Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote his second book on.
Okay.
We started reading it. Unfortunately, it's taking us longer to read it because of 19th century language. Did you know that there was three different ways to say bandit in 1900 in the 1800s?
Nope.
Yeah, there's three different words for it, and one of them is banditti.
Ban titty.
Yes.
Okay.
I,
Is that a female bandit?
nope, it's just a bandit. Yeah, I
Why
know.
three
Weird.
words for the same? Well, the English language is so fucked up. We've been doing that for. We've been doing that since. You know what?
I complain about that all the time with my
Saturday Night
school.
Live. Saturday Night Live did a skit, and it was George
I
Washington. Did you
saw
see
it.
that one?
Yes, I did.
Oh, talking
Oh,
about
does
we
that
will
mean
have.
me does not answer as a slave?
Yeah. Um, we will have two words for animals: one when they're alive and one when
And one
they're
when they're
dead.
dead. Cow is
Um,
beef.
no, yeah, it's like
Pig is pork.
cow will be beef. What about chicken, sir?
No, that
It'll
would just
just
be
be
called chicken.
chicken. Yeah.
or
Oh my
or one
god.
word we will have three different spellings and three different meanings. What is it? One is there, and the other is there.
Yeah. That that was a
Apple.
classic. Oh, that skit is
Did
fucking
you see the
hilarious.
second part they made? Or is that the one you're talking about?
I mean, I've seen the one where I think it was the entire one. It was like a 14-minute skit.
Originally, it was. Saturday Night Live, like within the past couple months, did a second part to it.
Oh wow. I haven't
I
seen it.
don't know if it was a remade one because I don't 100% remember the original. Um, but it was actually pretty cool. You can definitely tell because Keenan Thompson was in the boat with everyone, and you can definitely tell he was not as young as he used to be.
Yeah,
You're
because
seeing some gray in his hair.
that original skit was years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've got to try to find the new one then because that was fucking funny.
We saw it
So
on TikTok, so I don't know how easy it will be able to find.
you should be able to find it on YouTube. Saturday Night Live tends to put shit up. I mean, people put shit up on Saturday Night Live all the time. What
True.
um what else you got planned? When do you come back?
We'll be coming back on the next Saturday, so we're going to be gone from Sunday to Saturday.
Okay, so you fly out this
A calendar
Sunday,
week.
come back next Saturday.
Yep.
Okay.
We should be getting home by dinner time on Saturday, so at least we're not coming in late. And with being on Saturday, we have plenty of time to recover on Sunday if there's any delays. So
Well, that's a good point too, because you can't really count weather and can't count weather out. That will all fuck. It'll always fuck you.
always, it's okay. It'll
Sorry,
be
guys.
completely cloudy from here to Salem. Actually, I barely heard you. So,
Oh well,
um,
I see. Well, I know it registered on my mic, so I just apologize because it does spike.
um, when you're in a plane and it's completely cloudy, you just above the clouds, nothing but sunshine. You're like, well, so this is what hides from us.
Yeah, no shit. So the cool thing I was gonna tell you, I hadn't forgot.
Yeah.
Starting May of 2025, Indianapolis is going to start some direct flights again. So right now, direct flights are just local: Chicago, Detroit, Louisville, Cincy, St. Louis. I think maybe you can go to Houston. It's all intercontinental or continental, continental, continental. Fuck, whatever the terminology inside the United States. Starting May 2025, they will have a direct flight from Indianapolis to Dublin, Ireland. Starting round trip, $899.
That does not sound bad.
Not at all.
Not, oh wow.
Not at all. Because on my bucket list is to get over to Scotland. Well, fly into Dublin. Do me a favor. Google how far the distance from Dublin to Glasgow, Scotland.
All right. It is in kilometers, 394.7.
Okay.
If you are driving, it looks approximately about 7 hours.
So, like driving from here to St. Louis.
Oh, I guess there's anywhere between 7 to 7.5 hours, depending on which road you take. Which I guess an inter. I don't want to call their roads incorrectly, but it's A77, A75, and M6.
Okay. Well, so you
I'm guessing
figure,
that's their versions of an interstate or highway.
I would assume so. So you figure, like, well, it was like us driving from here to Alpena, 8 hours.
Yeah.
So roughly 500 miles.
Oh, I guess I can do that
So
too.
so basically for $4,000, we fly there, get a rental car. I mean, it's just one of those things that it's been on my bucket list. So if I took the whole damn family, you and Jordan could come. We could make it a big old family thing.
In the middle, 450 kilometers is 279
Wait. You said
miles.
four.
Between the different roads that you could take, the middle number was about 450 kilometers. Um, that would be the average amount you would take, regardless of, well, with all those different ones. And in miles, it is 279.6.
Fuck, what's their speed limit? Because goddamn, I mean, obviously it's not 80 miles an hour, or I'd be there in 4 fucking hours. So it's
Let's
got
see.
to be 40-ish miles an hour.
877 speed limit.
Make sure you.
Research. 877. Let's see. All right. It looks like the average speed limit is anywhere between 40 to 55 miles an hour.
So 280 miles an hour divided by 55, it's 5 hours. 5.5 hours, right?
Yeah.
So even if you said 40 to 55, even if you kidded at 48, it's still less than 7 hours. No, it's right, 7 hours.
Well, you also have to take in consideration of you may not be on an interstate the entire time.
Right,
You
you're
may
gonna
go
go
through a
and
town or something.
some switchbacks or that kind of stuff. Plus, you also have to realize, which I didn't think about until just now, I'm driving a right side driver car on the left side of the road or the right side of the road.
It would be the left.
Left side. Sorry. Wait. Yeah,
You're
right
right.
side driver on the left side of the road.
Yeah.
So that would be unnerving. Jesus, that would fucking make me a nervous wreck.
Well, technically, don't you have to go through a driver's ed course to be
No,
able to drive over there? Because it's completely different.
I don't think so. That's a good question. As
I
a
do know for a fact
tourist,
if
I
you go
don't
to
think
move,
so.
you're required to.
Yeah, no, if you were a tourist, I don't think so.
Still find a bit odd that they allow
Or I would have to get an
someone.
international driver's license of some kind. And that's a fuck that. That's a chore in itself. Because you don't have to have because if you get pulled over, you as a tourist, as an American in a foreign country, you give them your passport, not a driver's license,
Yes.
to for identification purposes.
They might have a thing where you can become certified to be able to drive just by taking a written test.
Could
And that
be.
might be something that you can do before you go.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's something
'Cause
that I would love to do. I can't say that it would happen this year. I mean, 2025, but it would be like something I'd like to save up for to do in 2026.
okay. Well,
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
supposed to go in Japan within the next, I'm going to say 5 years. So,
Okay. Now that I still would like to do.
yeah. I
Gat.
mean, I've been wanting to go since I was a kid.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. My throat is dry. Um, I will. Gavin will be in Japan. He'll be in the Philippines. He'll be in the China Sea. He'll be in Japan.
Nobody's going to be moving around.
No, wait. He's going to Okinawa, so he will be in Japan.
Yeah.
He'll be in Japan. He leaves November 10th
Okay.
for 6 weeks in Oki, and then gets on a ship, and then is on a ship for a little bit. Then he gets off in another country for some training. Blah 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 blah, and he'll be back stateside like April. I just saw him. I did get to see him last week.
I saw.
Yeah, he went to the pumpkin patch with us. Him and Rachel. I think. Oh shit, was that? Yeah, that's her name. I think that's her name. I just fucked up. I don't remember. I think it.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it is. It is. It is. It is. I'm sure. I'm positive. Almost positive. Well, I won't let him listen to this. I'll bleep that out. Don't want to. I mean, I don't want to let any you know OPSEC out and let them know where Marines are going to go in the United States. You know, we don't. I mean, we don't want any deployment information going out and let OPSEC out. You know,
Right.
but it is what it is. But I don't know. I mean, I'm really excited for your trip. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see pictures posted
Yep.
from Salem. You froze. Oh, Derian froze. Yep, he's frozen. We definitely got some technical. Last time we did a recording, my camera went out. Now his is frozen.
There we go.
There he is. Well, is he back? You back? Oh shit!
I'm back.
Where did you? Okay, we don't have you in the stream. Hold on. What happened?
I'll turn it off, turn it back on.
Well, no, the window dropped. Hold on.
Oh,
I've got a program drop for some reason. I don't know why it. I don't know why it's not. You're live. It's capturing it, but now OBS is saying, "Okay, you're back." Okay. I don't know. That was
yeah.
fucking weird, dude. I've never. I mean, I've seen us freeze before, but I've never seen it where it just all of a sudden the program itself disappeared in OBS. Normally once it's set in OBS, you're normally good. But I'm excited to see pictures. I really am. Uh, trying to think, man. I mean, we just kind of been all over the place with this today, and I'm loving it. I am going to reach out to um Omni down in White Zack
Mhm.
and see if he'll hit us up a little 15-second EPMD type intro music so we can play that beforehand.
There
Um,
we go.
I don't see why he couldn't, but I'll see what I can do about that. I don't know why this Skype thing keeps popping up. It's really, I know it's silly, but it's fucking annoying me. Turn all notifications off for Skype. No problem. Jesus. I don't understand why I don't even use Skype on my computer. Never used it that I'm aware of.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe back in Texas, but not since. But I've never seen these notifications start coming through till just today. Um, so
Whatever update it may have had.
I will tell you and tell our listeners, I'm going to get this edited and uploaded today to both Spotify and YouTube. So both the videos will be up on both platforms, so you guys could take advantage of giving us a listen. Um, Darian, you got anything else? I'm kind of, I don't know. My throat's kind of scratchy. I'm getting kind of nasally.
How about that? I got some few gaming things.
Oh,
Some stuff that
fucking.
I'm excited
Oh,
for.
oh, hold on, real quick. If we're gonna talk about that real quick, tomorrow, guys, Black Ops 6 comes out tomorrow. Pre-download is available right now. Get your game. I'm not doing it yet because, well, just not in a position to do it. Nor do I have the time. Um,
Yeah,
and I'm not really
there's
streaming anymore, so it's more of a personal thing than anything else. But you guys, that's out. So Darian, give it to us.
yeah. All right. So I am pretty sure that you have heard about the game Monster Hunter, right?
Oh yeah, been out. I've heard nothing. I mean, you talked about it, and I saw it. I think Tim the Tap Man talked about it.
Well, just in general, for anyone who doesn't know, Monster Hunter is you have armor, you have a weapon, you have big monsters, you go and kill them. That's all it is.
Sounds
It does
simple.
give a hunt aspects though, where you actually have to look for them. You have clues to that point you in the right direction, etc. Monster Hunter World, the game that came out in 2018, very capitalized that where you couldn't just find a monster instantly as soon as you loaded into a map. You had to like get poop samples, look at scrapes, find dead bodies everywhere,
So you
and
basically
it
tracked them.
yes. And once you got enough, I'm gonna call it tracking points. I don't know what they call it. But when you get like enough tracking points or anything like that, you have what's called a scout fly, and it's like a whole bunch of fireflies that are just on you. And they'll automatically guide you with a stream of lights um, to whatever monster you're hunting. Um, and then they did capitalize on another game that came out in 2020, um, the riding mechanic that you could do on your dog that you got in the game. So they are coming out with a new game on the last day of February, February 28th. It's called Monster Hunter Wilds, and they're combining all the mechanics from the 2018 one that everyone keeps going back to, and the one that came out in 2020, Monster Hunter Rise. They're combining a lot of the mechanics together for it. Um, it's open world once you're loaded into a map. I mean, you are still bound by certain things from what your character is able to do, but it is open world. Very fun if you want something casual, something just to do, or if you're a hardcore gamer, you can obviously play it like crazy. There's a whole bunch of different weapons, swords, dual swords, bows. You get little mint. There's some guns in it. Um, they have staves. They have a sword that transforms into an axe, sword and shield, like everything. It's actually pretty good. They actually just announced recently the beta test that they are having next week. It starts next week. You can do early access if at least PlayStation. I didn't see for Xbox or anything, but at least for PlayStation, if you have the PlayStation Plus exclusive, which is very similar to Game Pass, you get extra 3 days early access to the beta.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be missing out. I misread it. I'm like, great, I'm going to be on vacation when this happens. But no, they have the official um, beta test on the 1st of November, I believe is what I remember
So
reading.
so next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
Okay.
And I believe it goes until that Monday.
Oh, so you will get a chance to play it
I'll at least have Sunday to
Sunday.
play it and whatever on Saturday if I decide to.
You guys will get on Saturday if you're not too tired.
Well, I would. He won't. He doesn't really care for Monster Hunter. It's too grindy for him, which it is grindy because you have to kill a monster X amount of times to get all the randomly generated drops that get from killing it or capturing it for gear. So I can see where he's coming from, but it's a lot more fun when you play with friends.
Now, is he the one that plays NCAA?
Yes.
Okay. So he's the one that plays the NCAA football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, ever since it came out, I mean, he wasn't a big football game fan. Like, he didn't play Madden or anything, but NCAA he does.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't really follow professional football as hard as he does college.
Fair
So,
enough. Okay.
um, but he also plays pretty much any game that is offered to him. He is not that big on shooters like me. We're more RPG players, but we do play League of Legends. And
Never got
speaking of
into
League
that.
of Legends,
Never got
it's
into
a
that.
computer game.
I know. I just never got into it.
If you they don't teach you how to play the game in the game. They do not teach you how to play. They
Uh,
tell you what you can and can't do. They don't teach you how to play it.
gotcha.
Like there are unspoken rules on how to play the game, and that's actually one thing I liked about me getting on it on my own, and then asking him about it was that he taught me how to play the game. Where outside of just figuring out what I'm doing while I'm playing, at least I knew what to do.
Gotcha. I understand.
And they currently have their World Championship going on right now. Last weekend, they had one of their best teams called T1.
Okay.
It's a Korean team. And anyone who knows anything about League of Legends knows the name Faker. He is the only one inducted in the League of Legends Hall of Fame by Riot Games. They created a skin for his favorite character that cost $500. And best believe they got at least $30,000 as soon as it released.
That's
As soon
ridiculous.
as, not even over time. It looks very pretty though. I mean, it's a really good skin. It's not $500 worth, in my opinion.
There's no skin worth $500. I mean, I played Call of Duty for since Call of Duty since
Okay, to be fair,
World at
Call of
War
Duty
came out.
skins are a lot different than what League of Legends
No,
can
I
do. League of
get
Legends
that.
changes everything about the character as opposed to just appearance.
No, I get that, but it's still $500 though.
Yeah, no. I would probably say that the cap would have been at 100 for what it is, what it's for. I would say 100. Then that way, at least maybe everyone in the existence probably would have bought it, not including me because it's not a character I play.
It's that's
Unless you're a
just
collector.
that's just crazy. It's crazy to me that somebody spends that kind of
Yeah.
money on um anything for a video. $500, fuck, I could buy a new CPU.
Right. I mean, I will spend $500 collectively over time.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Probably point
I've spent
probably
way
pointless
more than
money.
that.
I'm probably just throwing money away, but I mean, over time I'll probably spend $500 in the life of the game that I play it.
Oh yeah, I mean Call of Duty. I bought the battle passes every season since they've come out,
Oh
except
yeah,
the last three
definitely.
seasons. That's $30 a pop. I've always bought I've bought at least one skin package with the weapons and all
Yeah.
that shit. I've done that
Yeah.
too, but fuck, seriously? I
And
know I've
like I
spent more than
said,
five
it
hundred
is
bucks.
it's a very beautiful skin. It really is. What they've done to it, what she does, it's great.
I could just do
Not
so much more with
$500.
$500 than buy a fucking skin for a game that
Hell,
I'm not
$500,
making money off
I'll go
of.
and travel 8 hours just for food.
I mean, you have to realize when we were streaming, we were making money. I would buy things. If I'm making money, I would buy things to help me make money.
Yeah.
$500 isn't going to make me money. It's not going to make me make money. I'm not
Well,
make
unless you were streaming and played the game.
and had a decent following that cared that I had that fucking skin.
Yeah.
But it comes down to the fact too, does that skin make me money? Why is
Okay.
my headset like
Off
all fucked
topic,
up?
but
Here we
only
go.
because I just got a text message over it. And then I'll go back into the last two games. One's very quick and one's new. It's like Monster Hunter Wilds. Um, but in case anyone needs coffee, Scott goes through. You go through Black Rifle still?
Yes. I mean, well, Black Rifle is my favorite coffee.
It is very good. I go through Brez Coffee. It was created by gamers, and two of them are actually my friends.
You told me about those guys.
Yes. One just they give you an option for a subscription that they just came out with,
Okay.
and while we were starting up, I was ordering some coffee because we're almost done. I need some. At least when I get back, I don't want to order and wait 5 days for it. So, um, he just he's like, hey, I just want to make sure you did do the subscription, right? I'm like, yeah, that was me.
Just making sure it wasn't yeah, somebody stole your identity.
Well, I never have done subscription, and I didn't notice it last time if it was available.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's just confirming with me, and he always makes sure that like he personally goes and does my coffee. He doesn't let anyone else do it. Like they actually roast the beans, grind it, everything.
And I love that about that's what they do at Black Rifle. Oh,
Yeah.
so your guy who owns this company, it reaches out to you personally, is
Mhm.
just like Gaines, the instantized creatine I use.
Yeah. Exactly.
The CEO and his little group of people physically reach out after orders and certain things and making sure everything's good.
Yeah, which is it's very good that they do that.
Oh yeah, well they're still
I
small
think
enough.
that's a huge right. They're small enough. Even if they were bigger, they'd probably have some kind of a customer service base to reach out to you to
Yeah.
confirm the order outside of the regular confirmation email that you get.
No, and but it was like in the very beginning, it was the owner that was doing this. And I thought that was the cool. And he's a young guy. He's your age. In
Probably.
fact,
I
in
think that's
fact,
what you said.
they just gave away, or this month they're giving away a free bag to anybody that signs up.
Oh, I might as well go ahead and sign up then
They're
if I
giving
haven't already.
$4 million worth of creatine out.
Nice.
So, um, I'll send you a text message. I don't know that. Well,
Do
look
you
at
have
it.
invite codes?
Fuck, I don't remember, to be honest with you, because I don't.
Look look into that, and then you could possibly just put that invite code out on the next video or on the next podcast.
That's a good point. That is a good point, because I mean, because what is the website for Gains creatine? Just I think it's bulk something or gain. I
Uh,
think it's Gains bulk or Gain bulk.
uh, it is gainsinbulk.com.
Are you? Doesn't
Yep,
sound right.
gains in bulk.
Golden black package
Yep,
instatize creatine.
yep.
Okay. And they got BCAAs. They've got frickin' I believe they got pre workouts and whey proteins and all kinds of shit now. They're branching out.
Ooh.
But their creatine
They
is
just
fire,
had an
bro.
ad pop up.
Huh?
They just had an ad pop up for gains in bulk. You get $10 off plus 3 free gifts on your first order. So it's probably the
So
material equipment for it.
so you get a shaker, you get a portable where you can scoop into it and take it, and it's a funnel you put on top of a water bottle
Mhm.
and it'll drop in, and a electronic mixer. You
That's cool.
also get a $20 gift card with that
Hey,
that can go onto
free
your
money.
next purchase. And I don't think it's very bad. I think it was 30 I think I was paying $38 a month
That didn't sound
for
bad.
a and it's 35-gram servings. It's 30 days worth. And as you
Oh,
break it down, that's like 70 cents a serving. 70 almost 80 cents less
that's
than.
even saying that's 30 days worth of using it.
No, actually I was wrong. My bad.
Oh,
Let me go back. 30, well, whatever 30 into 38 is.
30 into 38?
Well, it's like $35. So it's a buck buck something. Buck something a serving, which isn't
Not
bad
bad.
when you're talking supplements. And it completely blends. There's no grittiness, there's no nothing. I used to throw it
Oh,
in my protein shakes.
that's always a bonus to me. Like, I always have an issue with a drink being gritty unless I know it already is supposed to be gritty.
And monetized Korean monohydrate, you expect that because it does not dissolve. This stuff does
Mhm.
dissolve. Now, I personally like doing it in like Hawaiian Punch. The reason
Oh,
being is it
okay.
spikes my glucose level a little bit so that all the cells start grabbing it and taking it where it needs to go.
Okay.
So you're not just straight water. Or that's why I was taking it with my protein shake too, because I just figure I'm going to take it anyway. I might as well take it all together. But anyway, let's get
Right.
back to your gain. Oh,
Yes.
did you want to give what was the name of the coffee company again?
Brez Coffee.
BREZ or two Z's?
1Z.
One Z coffee. Is they got a .com?
It's Brez Coffee Co. like company.com.
Okay, guys, go check them out. You know,
They have you can get regular coffee, Colombian, and I think um Arabic. I think
okay,
are the two different kinds that you
Arabic
can get.
coffee's good.
I think you can go dark, mid, and light roast on
Okay,
both of those. They also have specialty coffees, and that's what I get. Um, you have to be that there is no organization on those, probably outside of alphabetical order. You have to be careful and really look and make sure it's the kind of coffee you want. Because there's some I accidentally got a light roast and I didn't wasn't paying attention once. I still drank it, but I kind of dreaded it. I like mine darker.
Yeah, I mean, I've done. I mean, Black Rifle Coffee's the same way. brcc.com. Just we'll give them a shout out. Being a veteran-owned company. Um, and I like to share the wealth for everybody. But Brez, I'm gonna
Mhm.
try them out.
They're good.
BrezCoffeeCo.com. I'm gonna try it out.
Well, hey, I mean, you live near me. The next time you're by, I'll make you a cup.
Perfect.
We'll just have a cup of coffee.
Perfect.
Just I'll lock the cats up so Salem's not in your face with his booty hole.
What I may do is I'm at Fisher's next Friday. Oh wait, you're gone.
Okay.
You're gone.
Yeah,
You
I'm
won't
not
be here.
here.
Um, the next time I'm at Fisher's, if it's not a late shift, well, I don't want to come late if I'm drinking coffee. Oh,
Well, I'll stop by
whatever
before you
schedule.
go.
Yeah, whatever schedule. If I'm doing a 10 to 6 day or 12 to 8, I'll swing by and hang out for a little bit before we go in. Before I go in,
Work.
or I'll bring a tumbler and take it with me.
Hey, there you
I
go.
do have the technology.
I do have the little plastic Starbucks cups.
I'll just take one of those and
There
then
you
bring it
go.
back.
Just
But
drop it off.
yeah, so yeah, brezcoffeeco.com. If you want to do the veteran-owned Black Rifle Coffee Company, it's brcc.com. Both of them have specialty coffees. Both of them have multiple different types of coffees. They've got um, both have subscriptions. So look into them if you're coffee drinkers and um, enjoy because I really enjoy my Black Rifle, and I'm sure Brez is just as good, if not better. I may be converting over. Who knows?
I think if anything, they're about the same. I don't think that Brez is better than Black Rifle, but if anything, they're on par with each other.
Hey, on par with Black Rifle would be a compliment to most anybody because
Yeah,
they are
I
very
agree.
they've got this shit down to a science. So back to your game.
Yes. So, moving on, there is a game that has been out for a little over a year. It's called Honkai Star Rail. If anyone does not know what that is, it is made by Hoyo Mix or Hoyo. I'm sorry, it's made by Hoyo. Uh, I haven't done my research, so I don't know where they're from, but I've been playing it since it came out. It is a gotcha game, so if you don't like gotcha games, stay away from it.
What the
But
fuck
they
is a
have
gotcha game?
a gotcha game is an RNG thing. For example, for a big one that everyone still plays currently is Genshin Impact, same company. To be able to get more characters or weapons, you have to roll using the in-game currency,
Okay.
which can still be bought outside, but no one does it.
Okay.
Um, so to get the character, you have to hope the RNG gods are on your side.
Okay. Understandable now.
Um, a lot of times they'll have an increased um, drop rate for a character or a weapon depending on what you're rolling on. Because there's a little different what they call banners, which would increase a drop rate for a specific character or weapon. But that it means that once you get to the point where you draw someone of same rarity, it's 50% chance on if you get the new one or the one advertised versus a regular one that's just been in the game since day one.
Okay.
Which gets very frustrating once they have a lot of characters out and you're like, oh, cool, let's try to get this. You see the animation and then it's a trash person who's been there since the very beginning.
Gotcha.
That's happened to me
Literally.
a few times and I got mad. But this new character, her name is Rappa. She is a sexy ninja that decides to use um, neon spray paint.
Okay.
She's actually pretty cool. Um, well, the design of her is pretty cool. She is an imaginary element, which is yellow. If no one actually knows any of that, she's a yellow element, 5-star, and she follows the path of erudition. The paths just tell you how they play, and erudition just means everything gets hit, regardless. Everything's going to get hurt. Um, she was she wasn't exactly advertised as one of the strongest units, but with it being an AoE attacker, she does excel in certain areas where someone who follows a hunt, which is a single target attacker, does not excel in. So she works in certain areas, but not very many. So if you want her, go for her. If not, don't worry about it. You're not missing nothing. Um, and that's all about that. They just had a big patch, so some stories been added. But if you've been following this game, you already knew. Now, for the last game, I'm actually really excited for this game. Um, there isn't very much story wise that has been um, advertised for it, but it's called Clear Obscure Expedition 33.
Okay.
It is an RPG game, so if you don't like RPGs, it's not for you. But it is a mixture of a turn-based and action game. So it does the regular. So the graphics on it is really good. Like it's beautiful for the type of scenery or setting that it is. It has like a darker aesthetic because it's like the end of the world type thing. But the turn based, you put your commands in, and then when you put your command in, you actually have to put in a set of commands during whatever you are doing for it to 100% be accomplished. For what you see a lot of times, you'll see someone who is doing a specific attack, and they have to actually hit a certain button in the perfect zone for it to do like maximum damage for whatever hit they're doing.
Okay.
Um, no, like I said, I don't know nothing about its story. All I know is that they're going for this tower that has the number 33 on it. Turn based, it's dark, it's Final Fantasy. It's a darker version of Final Fantasy, in other words.
That's why you're
That I can.
excited about it, because you're a huge Final Fantasy fan.
Yes, but it's still a turn-based. It got rid of the full action and went back to turn-based.
Okay.
So that's why I'm excited. Is everything now is action. There's no strategy. It's don't get hit.
Hey, so real quick on another note,
Uh huh.
I'm an Assassin's Creed fan.
Oh yeah, I have some on that.
When's Rising Sun come out?
Rising
Isn't
Sun.
that the
It's
new one?
shadows. It's shadows.
It's called Shadows.
Uh huh.
I thought they called it Rising Sun. Maybe that was the
Nope.
original name they threw around. I don't know.
It was. It was. It got changed to shadows once they changed the
Excuse me.
main character to either be the male samurai or the female ninja.
Ah, okay.
So a while ago, when the name was changed and everything like that, everyone made a big deal about the name. With the male samurai being black, everyone thought that they were making the title racist.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We had this conversation.
Well, no, we had a conversation about the fact that there's a black samurai
Right.
and that they're
So if
just
you're gonna
being
get
disrespectful to Japan.
yeah, and
That now they think that they're being racist toward black people just because there's a black main character and they called it Shadows.
but there's a ninja in it.
See, that's what I thought. You know, based off of what I can gather, he's probably like the last samurai, or he adopted um kendo to be able to fight whatever well, in this case, it's Assassin's Creed, so it's going to be some sort of a Templar
Right. But the whole
organization.
point it comes down to the fact that why do they have to take a game and make it about see this is the next fucking episode. This could be we probably have to hold off till the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Why? That's all I have to say. Guys, ponder that whole thought till the next episode comes out. Why is it that we have to and who is pissed off? That's what I want to
I
know.
haven't picked up on who is pissed off, but a lot of gamers are. I don't
Fuck
know
them.
if
It's a
it's part of
game.
the. I know. I don't know if it's part of the African American community or if it is just gamers themselves, or if it is the thing, or if it's the people that if there is any kind of racial anything anywhere, it's a problem.
Does anybody in Japan care?
No.
It's talking about their fucking culture.
Yeah, I know. And like the whole thing about how the black samurai having a black samurai is disrespectful to Japan. Okay, one, there was at least one black samurai
And
documented.
he was one of the most famous.
Yeah. So I mean, whether or not that is the
And
samurai,
he
there
was
have
never
been black samurai.
a slave, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I have no
I
idea.
I I
I
I,
don't know about that one.
I read a lot about him,
Uh huh.
and I know he was from Africa and traveled with somebody,
Okay.
settled there, was accepted, and obviously was given the honor of being called samurai.
Yeah.
It's not like you
But
just walk in and say, I'm a samurai. That's not how that shit goes.
or just because you have a sword, you're a samurai. No, I have seven. I
Yeah,
know
you're
enough
not a
kendo
fucking
to be able to
samurai.
use them with that. No, I'd rather a ninja. But yeah, no.
But the
I'm
whole point
Snoopy. I'm
is,
secret. I
but
scare him all the time.
it's just the fucking it's. Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
Well, I just also found out
I've
that it's
said it
being created in
repeatedly.
Canada.
I've said it repeatedly to you for years. You have to understand history. Because if you don't
Hmm.
know where you've been, you don't know where you're going. And we have a
Exactly.
lot of people who don't understand the history of something before they're open their fucking mouths. And I'm almost guaranteeing you it's a fucking white person that started this.
What?
And I say that
Watch,
because you know
watch
I'm
it be
right.
someone who has no relation to it whatsoever.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
It's not of
hey,
Japanese heritage. He probably
but
has no.
you gotta also think about if it is a white person that did it. One, they probably just had to complain about something, or they're trying to like overcorrect something that had happened in the past, and they're doing it wrong.
Overcorrecting something. Ooh.
You get it?
Oh, I'm just saying. Well, I'm just saying. This shit aggravates me
Yeah, it does.
because
Just mind
ultimately it
biggest
comes
thing. Just mind your own business. If you
ultimately
don't like it, don't deal with it.
exactly. Don't buy the fucking game.
If it's that big of an issue, don't get it. If you think it's supporting something, don't buy it. If you were looking forward to it, I can see where you're frustrated, but you don't have to make a big scene,
But if you're looking forward to it, why do you give a fuck what the name is?
right?
I
Oh,
mean, hold on. Were Egyptians offended when they did the one? I can't even think of which one that one was.
Origins.
Was that Origins? Were the Greeks upset over Odyssey? Were the were the English upset over the one where they had the crime syndicate? Well, it was syndicate.
It's Syndicate. It was Syndicate.
Uh, were American Indians offended by the Revolutionary War one?
They were because that was a horrible game.
Well, that was because it was a horrible game, not because there was an Indian in it.
True.
Were pirates pissed off because there was a pirate
Black
one?
Flag. Like,
Black Flag sucked.
actually,
I
well, I
didn't
haven't
like it.
played it yet,
I
but I
didn't
didn't
like
play
it.
it yet. Supposedly that is actually one of the best ones created so far,
I
according to a lot of places.
I have never heard anybody from the Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Scandinavia pissed off about Valhalla. In fact, they they loved it.
Right.
Anybody of
Like,
Norse heritage loves that fucking game
mm,
because well there was a lot going on about Viking shit at the time, so it was perfect.
okay. Actually, if you think about it, well, at
The
least
only people that are
for
pissed off are the historians that go, Well, that's not factually based. It's a fucking
Well, it's a
video
freaking
game.
game. Nothing about it is real except for possibly real people, like
Right.
in 2. Leonardo da Vinci was in it.
Well, for
He was a
Valhalla.
real person.
Well, for
Italian
Valhalla.
purpose.
Valhalla had Uba and Ivar the Boneless. Those were two sons of Ragnar Lothbrok. Those are real Norsemen that were true Vikings that actually went out and acted as Vikings and sacked England and Ireland and France and don't founded Iceland and I don't care what anybody says, they were the first ones in North America too.
Yes, they were.
But I
You also have to remember when it comes to, well, I don't think Assassin's Creed 1 had an issue with it because of the time period it was in. Maybe religiously, but
that was the Spanish
nothing.
Inquisition, right?
No, yes. Yes, it was.
I mean, the Spanish
That's where
Inquisition was kind of a
Altair,
shitty time in
I mean, that's
history.
where they actually said that the assassins were religious and they would jump for their faith,
Yeah,
which hence the eagle dive,
right. But I
which
mean,
I
it's the
didn't
whole
realize
point.
what it was for.
The whole point of it is if you don't like the fucking game, don't buy it. That's the whole point of it all.
Yeah, Assassin's
Don't make
Creed
a political
Origins,
fucking statement.
Valhalla, and Odyssey. To be fair, that is a lot different from the other games because the other games aren't in ancient times.
Right. No, you're right. They're
In
more
ancient times, things are completely different. I can see where, you know, if there were a problem, if there would be problem, like how Shadows of the whole Japan and Samurai thing, if there would have been a problem, they would not have known about it.
no, absolutely. I agree with that. But, you
So, I
know,
mean,
it
unfortunately, that's the biggest issue when it comes to like why do you not have a problem with the rest? Well, the rest were different when you look at it as a whole.
no, I get it, but it's still a fucking it's a fucking video game.
And yes, it's a
It's like
fucking video
for
game that
goddamn.
decided to completely get rid of their 3-day early access.
What?
2 days ago, Ubisoft announced that the 3-day early access they had for the game, for the 3-day early access before it was released,
Uh-huh.
they scrapped it.
So, when is the release date on that game?
February 11th, I think is what I just saw. Hang on, I double checked just to make sure. Yes, February 11th.
I don't give a fuck. I'm excited because I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. I've always liked it. I know you're a Ghost of Tsushima fan. It's
Yep.
gonna be.
Well, I'm also an Assassin's Creed fan. I just haven't had the time to sit down and play Assassin's Creed since the twos.
I think. I think this game is going to, and this is something that people have to understand when they're going to compare the two. They're apples and oranges. I truly feel people have to remember Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed are two different games.
There's another thing I want to say about that, but yes, I agree.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Nope, nope.
I'm
Stay on your
done.
thought.
I'm done.
Okay. Yes.
That's my
Uh,
point. Don't compare the two. They're apples and oranges.
I was actually going to say, still on this topic, that Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I think, will still top it.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla was tough. Is going to be tough to top.
I think it's going. Well, that's where they experimented with the whole you
Excuse
can
me.
choose male or female
Yep,
role. I believe. Yeah.
I believe so.
So that with that kind of a thing, that they kind of stuck with that, and but they're making it two different characters to play. I believe this is going to have two different endings
Ooh,
or two different play styles. There was a game I played a long time ago. It was like an anime RPG called oh Scarlet Nexus.
I
It's
remember you
actually pretty
talking
good.
about that game.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I mean, I think you'd like it outside of the anime aspect. Um, but they had two different main characters, and you picked one to play as, and you played as them in their story for one playthrough.
And then when you
And
pick the
then
second one, it was completely different. Well,
yes,
that makes
I
sense
picked
if you're
one, and I'm
playing.
like, wait a minute, something's not right here. I didn't know.
Well,
I
that
don't
makes
know if it was
perfect sense when you're
advertised.
talking samurai and ninja
Right. So
because
I have a
it's two
feeling
different
that you
play
can pick
styles.
ninja or samurai first. I'm picking ninja first.
See,
I don't want to deal with code of honor.
I really like I like I like that you have two different play styles in that way. Um,
I like the how you can choose what play style, as in like within Ghost of Tsushima, you had fighting styles, not just play style, because you had different weapons and buffs with the armors and things,
right.
but you didn't play as a ninja. You just had some stealth.
Well, real quick, talking about playing multiple like as multiple types.
Yeah,
We'll end after this unless you have anything else to talk about video game way because I want
there
to.
is one for one that's coming out, and that's all we know about it. So,
Okay, wait. So you got one you want to talk about still?
I just you brought it up, Ghost of Tsushima. You brought it up.
Yeah, because
They're
they're coming
making
up
a
with
number
number two.
two,
Yeah, I heard
Ghost of
that.
Yotei, and you get to play as a female samurai.
Ooh.
That's all
Okay.
that's all that I have found about it. There isn't anything else released. I have no idea who the enemy is. I don't know. Oh, you're playing as a Ronin. I'm sorry.
A
That's
Ronin.
what it is.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
and
you're playing as a Ronin.
I also heard Ghost of Tsushima's either doing a movie or a series
Yeah.
with
Ooh.
Sonata
Yes,
as the
I
lead
think it
character.
was a series
Okay.
because there's too much information that you have to put in.
Well, okay, so
I mean, what the first
and I'm
two
wondering
episodes
how
of Shogun was straight info.
right, but here's another thing. Shogun was only they've got a second season.
Yeah, they have another season coming. But I mean,
So,
regardless on if they could keep going or not, the first two episodes were like straight setting
right, well,
setup.
and it's just like the book and the original Shogun was a 3-day movie. It was a mini series over 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
never
Dynamation.
watched it because it was very graphic and well, at that time when it came out, samurai I knew nothing about them. I knew
Oh
ninjas though.
yeah.
I knew ninjas though
Mm-hmm.
because of GI Joe had a ninja. I knew about ninjas.
Snake Eyes.
No. Well,
Well,
he
he was a
was.
ninja. He was
He
a
was.
well in the
Storm
movie. He
Shadow.
was made a white ninja.
Storm Shadow was the ninja in the original series. He was the
Did
only
they not work
ninja.
together?
What?
Did they not work together younger,
Oh
or is that
no,
just
they were
movie only?
enemies. They were enemies.
I know they were enemies. There, one was Cobra, one was GI.
Right,
I
but
meant
there
like
was no
in the
backstory
movie
back
they
then.
made them
Right, we're talking
cycle
an
together.
animated series in the 80s. It was all there was no backstory.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
no origin stories or anything like that back then. But I am interested to see how the second Tsushima comes out.
The second Ghost.
The
It's a
ghost,
Ghost
the
game.
second Ghost. So the last thing I want to talk about when we talked about playing different characters, and this is
Mhm.
big for PC players for one, but it's bigger for console players.
Okay.
GTA 6.
Oh, so now GTA. The only thing I do is steal cars and drive.
Well, when I played GTA 6, I liked playing as a cop. I played the LSPDFR. That you had to mod the game and add all this shit to it and add the car skins and add all the equipment and get into some role play or you're playing against fucking RPs and it just became stupid, right? Or not RPGs, MPGs. The new game and then you could not do that on a console because it had to be a PC mod.
Yeah.
The new
Console's
one,
hard to do.
the new one, you choose.
Nice.
So you can go in and play as a police officer,
Or you can be the gangsta.
or to be the gangsta. Here's the kicker: you could do that on console too.
Bet.
So you're opening up a whole new avenue of players that who's watched these streamers play the LSPDFR and now can get in and do it because they don't have to have a PC to mod.
Also another
GTA,
thing.
well, and also GTA knew you were fucking with their game. Rockstar knew
Yeah.
you were fucking with their game. Rockstar was
Well, yeah.
smart.
I mean, everyone's streaming the mods.
Well, and seeing Rockstar smart. You want a special? Oh, you like that SUV police package with all the lights? That's gonna cost
We'll
you
add it.
X amount. It's gonna cost X. It's gonna. That's a skin you can buy. Oh, you like that Malinois versus that German Shepherd? Oh, that's a skin you could buy. You like that uniform? You like that weapon? All that shit is gonna be able to be. I'm sure they're gonna have skins. Well, I mean, it's just like going in and buying the packages for GTA 5. It's the same concept. So,
Monster Hunter did the same thing. I don't know if it was with World or if it was for older games. That people were modding the games for visual appearances, and then they started adding in cosmetic DLCs that you can get. And a lot of them actually, if you just pay an extra, I think it's $20 more and get like a deluxe package,
yeah.
you like get a majority of the cosmetics that they release.
And that's probably what Rockstar is going to do. You can buy the base model for $60 or for $99.99. You can buy a Vault edition and
That sounds cool.
you get, 4 police uniforms, 4 police vehicles, a dog, a helicopter, a sickle cop, whatever. You may have different, they may have the SWAT package where you can get an APC. You get the Bearcat and the SWAT uniform, and this you may have the canine guy with the SUV and the dog, and the TAC
Um,
uniform, or you may have the motorcycle cop.
Only because I haven't played, so I don't know. Do they have an
Excuse me.
in-game store where you can do things like get skins and whatnot for in-game currency?
You know
It's
what?
probably very basic, but
I no, I don't believe so because it comes GTA 5 comes preloaded with all your outfits and shit. So when you
okay.
set up your player to play online,
Mhm.
and here's another thing too. When you're playing online, if you're PC, you're playing against PCs. It was never cross-platform. I
Yeah,
think this one is going to be
yeah.
cross-platform because the PS5 and the new Xboxes have the capability to run at the speeds of a PC.
Mhm.
Very low end PC, but it still runs.
Where they can
So
at least play together without any interruptions outside of
exactly.
what network connections you have.
That I think that is why Rockstar is. It's been 8 years since Rockstar's released a game, released a GTA. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was 2016, 2017. It came out.
Oh, that's nothing. I mean, heck, Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts players had to wait 13 for theirs, and all we had to do was wait 2 years for Engine 4 to come out.
well, remember, Assassin's Creed was years till Valhalla came out. Not as long, but it was
Right, no, not
several.
as long.
It was several years, and since Valhalla, they've released Jade, Mirage, an online. I think Jade is the mobile game,
Yeah,
and now
Jade's the side scroller.
Shadow. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, it is what it is, brother. I think I'm gonna call it. My voice is getting kind of lit
Yeah,
here,
you're getting scratchy
and to be honest with you, an hour and 58 fucking minutes.
with barely any time away.
Well, just the time you went and got the cookbook, and I got the meat out of the freezer, and you
Yeah,
talked the entire time. So,
yeah. So
um,
there wasn't really any dead space. It was just video seeing my ass walk away.
yeah. So, what we'll do in a couple times you froze, guys.
Yeah.
thanks for listening. We greatly appreciate any of the support. Make sure while you're on Spotify, leave us a review. Follow us so you know when we put new episodes up. Uh, this again is Thursday, the 24th of October. I'm going to have that up today, and it'll be up on YouTube too. Darian, thanks, brother. I appreciate you.
No problem.
You have,
Anytime, just talk to talk.
oh, yeah. Have a safe trip. I love you, brother. Um, Stay on the call afterwards so we can clear up some stuff. And,
Yep.
guys, we look forward to our next episode with you guys, and we love y'all. Have a great night.
Can't wait.
Have a great one, guys.
Later.